So, Xdefiant. Oh boy. This gets just no better, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. This just gets no better. You know I keep it real with you guys. You know I just spit from the heart. But this shit is just ugly. Just straight ugly for this title. Now, the crisis, the lies, the deceit. Let's talk about all of it. Within this video here, guys, we're going to talk about the latest findings from Tom Henderson. We're going to talk about the update that Xdefiant recently had via their own social handle. And then from there, I'm going to break down everything as a whole and give you guys my thoughts on the entire situation. Now, if that sounds good to you, make sure that you give this video a big like. And also, if you care to stay up to date on all the shooter news and updates that you care about, consider subscribing today. Tom. We're striking out with you, player. We're striking out with you. I'm looking into these articles, right? I'm looking up research for this video here. And then I go to look back at previous articles that Tom Henderson has dropped about Xdefiant. And you know what I get, guys? You know what I get? This. Oh, yeah. Those articles have been taken down. What is going on now? Like, really, what is going on? Is there turmoil happening in the background for Xdefiant? Is there really a work crunch crisis going on? Like, what is what at the current moment? And it's really disheartening to see something like this because you have to ask yourself one or two questions. You have to ask yourself, why? Why lie about a situation like this, right? And then two, I have to ask yourself, what does it do for you as a person with credibility? Like, I couldn't report on something where it's just all false and don't address it, right? Don't address it and say, hey guys, my bad, or whatever the case is. Now the information is just taken down and we move on like nothing ever happened. So Tom Henderson here, again, guys, posted these articles talking about the troubles of development. I'm using the bunny ears here. Trouble in development that Xdefiant is having. And then to later on see that those articles have been taken down. That's weird to me. That's funny to me. So I don't know if we have any credence from his angle or his point of view or his inside information. We just don't know at this point. And that really is unfortunate to see because you try to look for outside sources to be reliable and then you have instances like this. Now, I'm sure you guys would like to know there has been an official Xdefiant update at their Twitter handle, X handle, whatever you young kids call it nowadays. I'm going to break it down in this video here and it reads as follows. Defiance. First and foremost, thank you for your continued support for Xdefiant. We are proud to have such a passionate community, and we thank you for your participation in our test phases, including our insider sessions. This game has always been community first, with player feedback as top priority. While we hope to go live by the end of March, there are still some improvements that we need to test before that. We're finishing preparation for a 12-hour server test session that will be worldwide on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. The goal of this test is to stress our servers and get critical data to prepare us for launch. This is where we need your help to test our servers as much as possible. As always, feedback on your experience is always important to us. After this short test, we expect to be able to lock a launch date and start sharing more about the exciting content Xdefiant has to offer in the future. Thank you again for standing by us. We will be back once we are ready to share more news. Xdefiant Development Team. End quote. So guys, there you have it. A 12-hour test session is headed our way. Now, we don't have a concrete date. I imagine sometime this month we'll be getting that test. But what does this really do for Xdefiant? You must ask that question because we've been down this road before with doing the insider test sessions, and I would say overall they went off pretty well. Had one or two shaky ones towards the end, but overall I would say they were productive and gave back critical and crucial and valuable feedback to the developers that they could utilize to help the game improve, right? This 12-hour session, I don't know really what we're doing here, especially in the time window of 12 hours. What are they to do with that data? I would like to see a test weekend. Maybe they do a weekend and they said this 12-hour thing just as like a marketing ploy to make sure that the urgency is felt within the message and nobody misses this 12-hour session, because a 12-hour test session in my mind doesn't say we get all the data we need for a full launch. Maybe they're just trying to, again, put urgency upon this test here, cram as many people as they can in, and then just take that data and roll with it. But for me personally, I would like to see a weekend test at best, just to see what the rolling numbers will look like with players logging in, players logging out, and just get those servers as populated as possible with the on and off load just fluctuating. I feel personally that would provide more data in that sense, and it'll be super valuable. But that's just a black guy thinking. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going on behind the scenes and what they really value as a whole. So that's just my take. So the 12-hour test session, I'm personally excited for, and I will keep you guys posted when we have a date. Now, to hit you guys with my feedback on the whole situation at hand. Mark Rubin, is he now to be trusted? No, not in my opinion at all. I still feel as though that there still might be a gray area in what Mark is saying overall, because if we really take a look at what has been transpiring for the past couple of months here, I would say 4 to 5 months, we have been getting this same talk of connectivity issues, right? This happened tail end of October, early November. We had this discussion about, hey, we're fixing these servers here. We had to redo our whole infrastructure, XYZ, so on and so forth. Now we're almost 5 months later, like again, 4 to 5 months later, and we're still with those issues. Is that really the God's honest truth, Mark? I don't know. I don't like to call anybody liars, but again, we just don't know what's what for real, for real. So maybe they have been working on this issue the whole time. But the updates and the feedback as to what the progress is in this situation has been abysmal. All we've been getting is worded text from either the Xdefiant handle itself, and that's been very limited, or Mark would come out with a statement just telling everybody to anchor down and have faith. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have to believe in projects that you really like. And I believe in Xdefiant. But you have to take things with a grain of salt to see if what's being said to you is really the God's honest truth. Because Mark could only say but so much. I know to some extent his hands are tied by the uppers. You can't say too much to the public because the public wouldn't understand. Because the public doesn't understand game development. And if you say some things, it's not going to go well, So I understand Mark's trying to be as transparent as he can, supposedly, and then also still withhold information as well, because again, not everything the world needs to know. Now, with that said, I am excited for the next test. I definitely would be there. If possible, within the time frame that I have with my schedule, hopefully I can make this play test and check the game out for one last time before it launches. But I am here for you guys. I am here for myself as well. I think Xdefiant is going to be a fun title, and I want to see it cross the finish line far as us getting a release for this title overall. Again, guys, I will keep you posted. Make sure that you like and subscribe today if you want to stay up to date on anything Xdefiant related. And tell me what you think down in the comment section below. Is this all smoke and mirrors from Tom Henderson? Is there really something going on with the work crunch for this game? Or again, do you guys think it's all bullshit? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Also, if you did not check out my last video, be sure to click here and I'll be sure to see you there.